Hello and welcome. My name is Gabriel Beltres, and I am a military veteran suffering from chronic pain. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, why in the world am I telling you I'm a military veteran and suffering from chronic pain? Point blank, it's because you're not alone. I'm in the same boat as you, and chances are thousands of others too. And you need to realize this for one specific reason. Whether you're a military veteran suffering from chronic pain or just a regular person suffering from chronic pain for that matter, does not mean you can't have the life that you deserve. Now, I'm going to explain to you how I created a lifestyle, created a living, working from home despite my disability and despite my chronic pain. Before I even get into that, I'm going to basically tell you my story. It's going to be short, not too long at all, but it's going to explain to you, give you a better understanding of how I even came to this point and why I chose to proceed this way. Back in 2012, I won what I like to call the genetic lottery by getting diagnosed with a medical condition known as an AMV malformation in my left shoulder. Now, this AVM, as they like to call it, was a huge game changer for me. I had my wife taking care of me 24/7, and the dream that I had to retire within the military was completely changed. Needless to say, I was feeling defeated, angry, and weak. I couldn't move or feel my left arm. I was on meds that I could barely pronounce the name of them, and my chronic pain dictated every aspect of my life, or so I thought. In 2014, I got sent to the Mayo Clinic to undergo this little pain rehab that taught me how to live with chronic pain without medication, and it showed me what was holding me back. And that one thing was change. Now, I know it seems like a simple concept, but change is one of the hardest things for us to achieve. But let me tell you a little bit things about change. Change itself brings improvement, brings people to do things, and creates success amongst people. Because it's not until you change yourself and change your regular way of life that you are actually going to see success for yourself. It was with that newfound knowledge of change that I decided that I was going to make something different with myself, that I was going to change myself despite my financial status, despite my disabilities, and despite my chronic pain. It was with that mindset that I decided, you know what? I want to work again. So I got on Google, all motivated, started looking for jobs that I could do with my disabilities, with chronic pain, but that I could still spend time with my family. Because with the military, I didn't really get time to spend time with my family. The problem with that was, and plainly simple was, I was still trying to decide my outcome through my disabilities and through my chronic pain. There's only so much room you have when you're trying to decide through something else. So I kind of gave up. I gave up and I decided, you know what, the job will come to me. I was completely convinced that I didn't know what the opportunity would be, what it would bring me, but I knew for a fact that the opportunity will make its way towards me. So I jumped on Facebook one day and I was just cruising around, checking up updates and stuff, and I came across an ad, kind of like the one you're watching, that said the darnest thing across the top. It was like, work from home and be your own boss. Needless to say, it got my attention. I clicked on the link in that ad and it took me to another page where I entered my name and like phone number or something. And I got a call later that day inviting me to a live event. That to me was a little different because, you know, you never get to see these people in person. But I got invited to a live event and needless to say, I went. It was at this event that change started to happen. My definition of work changed, and best importantly, my mindset changed. It gave me an idea of what is possible despite chronic pain and despite disabilities. Doesn't matter what my financial status was, doesn't matter where I was with technology, it just showed me that everything is possible. That is what I want to extend to you. I want to teach you live in person how I made the ultimate change in my life. How I now live a life free of chronic pain, a life free of my disability, and work from home, generating a full-time income, and just having the best lifestyle possible despite any other thing that's going on with me. And best of yet, this event is completely free. When you click the link, you're going to be taken to another page where I'm going to be asking you for your name, email, and phone number. And this is not to spam you or anything. This is so that I can contact you in person. I'm going to talk to you one-on-one and ask you a few questions. I want to see what your goals are. If you have pain, I want to know what your chronic pain is and to see if I can help right now. And most importantly, I want to see if you're committed to coming to this event coming to this event, I want you to confirm that you are coming so that I don't waste a seat on somebody that's not going to show up. I want people that are committed to changing their life and changing their outcomes. I want somebody that's committed to the change so that I can help them change their life. So I'm going to get in contact with you one-on-one in the next page once you enter your information and see if you are committed to your change. With that being said, I want you guys to click on that link, go to the next page, enter your information, and I'm going to get in contact with you guys within 24 hours to make sure you're committed to your change and committed to coming to this live event where I'm going to teach you in person how I change my life and how I can control my chronic pain. All right? Don't be the one to miss out on this. As of now, we only have like about 40 seats left, so don't be the one to miss out on this great opportunity. All right? Go ahead, click on the link, enter your information, and I'm going to get in contact with you soon. This has been Gabriel. Have a good one.